Hello, welcome to Unity in Naperville. This is our live streaming service. My name is Rhonda Pignato. I'm going to be the service leader here. If you've been here for a full hour, it means you forgot to change your clock. I was fortunate enough to wake up and have my husband say, "Did you change the clock?" And I'm like, "Yes, another hour of sleep." I don't know, does anybody else have that experience this morning? And I thought all day yesterday about keeping it, but this is a nice problem to have. I hope everybody had a wonderful, wonderful Halloween. I hope the children had a lot of fun. And so today, during our service today, we are going to have a primer on voting via Unity style. You're a gingham style, this is going to be a Unity style service, okay? So we'll make up a dance, we'll teach it to you, and maybe at the end we'll all do it together. Okay. So today's service is going to be a little bit different. We're going to have a little bit of a different order. Our wonderful band is Highest Good, and normally they start us out with a song, but today we're going to start out with more of a meditative feel. And to start that off, our minister, Reverend Kitty Benson, is going to come up here, and how appropriately, after Halloween, we are going to start out with our children's blessing for the month. So Reverend Kitty, come take it away.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Many blessings. Thanks for joining us at Unity. And I'm just thinking about our children this morning. I do hope that they had a chance to experience some fun last night. And I know that they're still probably getting used to their new routine, whatever that might be in school. So I'm going to invite you to join me in a blessing for them this morning to just help lift them up as they continue to take these steps forward. Up here on our screen, let's send them some love and say this together. Children, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we see the light of God shining in you. Many blessings, my darlings. And for all of us now, I'm going to invite you into just a lengthy meditation this morning. We do this normally in our 9 o'clock service every week. So when we get back in the building together, you can join us for that if that's your thing. But I just thought with the election coming up this week, it couldn't hurt any of us to spend a little bit more time in the quiet this morning. So I'll just invite you to get comfortable where you are. Close your eyes, take a deep breath. And as you breathe in and out again, just allow any stress from this past week to go out with that breath. Allow your shoulders to begin to relax. Feel your feet firmly on the floor as you sense the entire earth holding you up. Notice any sounds you hear. Or the temperature of the air on your skin. With your eyes closed, be mindful of how far away the walls around you are. And draw your attention back to your own body. Scanning from the head to the toes. just noticing if there's anything in the body that is seeking attention. If something is speaking to you that wants to feel easier, just send some love to that area or breathe through that area. And now allow your attention to drift more deeply into your heart space. Imagine that beautiful heart beating away, beating since before you were born with love. And send love back to that heart. So grateful for the work that it does. Notice the gift of your lungs. Breathing in the very life, the oxygen that we need without even thinking about it. Thank you, lungs. Draw your attention to your brain. So busy throughout the day, thinking so many thoughts, processing, analyzing, remembering. And now imagine that the very power, the very mind behind this brain, supporting this brain, is the very mind of God. That even when our brains seem to struggle to understand, we can choose with our brain to let go and let God think through us. Allow your thoughts to drift back down to your heart, where there is another brain. Even more powerful than the physical brain. And we realize that the true power of the heart is the power of love. when we struggle to forgive or understand someone who is different, we may choose to let go and let God love through our heart. And now allow yourself to feel the connection between that divine love of the heart and the divine wisdom of the mind, joined as one at the very core of our being. We can relax and know that as this week unfolds, we carry with us a wisdom and love that never fails. I choose to remember the power of divine wisdom in me. The divine mind has every answer I seek. God's thoughts and my thoughts are one. I choose to remember divine love is bringing harmony to all my relationships, all my activities. Divine love works for good in my life. I know that beyond all appearance, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, in all lives. It is the all-loving goodness of God. Let's take a deep breath into that truth as we begin to allow our body to waken up, be aware of the room that we're sitting in. Open our eyes and let's speak this invocation that's here on the screen that will guide us through our choices this week. Together, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. And so it is.
sing again.
This is the air I breathe. This is the air I breathe. Your holy presence living in me. This is my daily bread. This is my daily bread. Your very word spoken in me, and I'm breathing in you. And I'm living in you. This is the air I breathe. This is the air I breathe. Your holy presence living in me. This is my daily bread. This is my daily bread. Your very word spoken in me, and I'm breathing in you. And I'm living in you. Oh, yes. And I'm breathing in you. And I'm living in you. This is the air I breathe. This is the air I breathe.
May we breathe now? May we all breathe now? Thank you. I just want to make sure I'm not about to lose my microphone. That would be sad. So, I'm laughing because I know what's ahead. I know that with Tuesday is election day that you're probably hearing a lot of, get out and vote, right? Get out and vote as if your life depended on it. Yes, and as your minister today, I'm here to tell you, don't vote. Don't vote. Just don't vote. ... I know. Don't vote. Yeah, I know. Okay, I want you to vote, but I only want you to vote in a certain way. Okay? And I know that you've probably heard that ministers aren't supposed to tell you how to vote. So I'm not going to tell you how to vote, but I'm just going to tell you how to vote. Okay? And I want to offer today that you keep your ears open. You know how Jesus used to say, for those who have ears to hear, let them hear. That's your job today. Keep your ears open. Try and hear beneath the text so that when we're done today, you don't think that your minister told you not to vote. But I'm telling you, don't vote. Okay? Are you listening? Okay. So one of the problems about voting is that we tend to give our power away. Yes, you tend to give your power away. And I think that you've been told that you use the election process to emphasize your power. Yes? Well, no. You tend to give your power away when you go into that voting booth. And it starts in a couple of different ways that we basically shoot ourselves in the foot. One of the ways is that when we vote to lose. Did you ever think about that? When you go to the voting booth, you vote to lose. You vote for someone to lose. Have you ever done that? Yeah. Oh, come on. I know you have. Because you talk about it. We all talk about it. If you've been looking at Facebook this year, oh my goodness. We vote to lose. We vote to defeat something. We vote to make an issue go away. Because we believe that if that person or that issue wins, then we lose. That person or that issue will take away things that matter to us. Or they'll force us to do something that we don't want to do. Or they'll keep us from doing what we do want to do. And so we vote to lose. We vote to make someone lose or make some issue lose. Or the other way that we shoot ourselves in the foot is we vote to win. Don't do that. Don't vote to win. I just love this. This is so much fun. I could do this all day. Don't vote to win. Voting for a person to win because you think this person is going to make your life better. Don't vote for an issue because you think that this issue is going to solve all of your problems. Don't vote that way. Either way, whether you're voting for someone to lose or you're voting for someone to win, either way, we're giving our power away. And here's probably one of the most important things that I'll say about this today, up here on the screen. Take a good look. No president, Congress, government, or law has the power to save or ruin your life. What ruins our life is giving our power away by believing that someone else has the power to ruin your life. I'm going to leave that up there. Parker, let's leave that up there. Let's just sit there and look at that. What ruins your life, notice I have the little black ballot box voted for because this is the truth. What ruins your life is giving your power away by believing that someone else has the power to ruin your life. Right? So many of us don't realize that as we're voting, there is a law at work. As a matter of fact, it's a law that nobody voted for. It's been in place forever. You can't vote it down. It's a law that actually we use regularly against ourselves. And that law we know in Unity as the law of mind action. The way that Jesus talks about it in Matthew 7:2, he said, "For in the way that you judge, you will be judged. And by your standard of measure, it will be measured to you." Can you kind of interpret how that applies to your voting process? The way that you're thinking when you're voting? The way that you judge, not the way that you vote. Let's put it that way. The way that you vote will determine how the universe votes for you. So don't vote believing that a person has control over your good. And don't vote depending on someone to provide for your good, because you are giving your power to something other than the one thing that has power in your life. You're giving your power away, and I promise ultimately you will be disappointed. So today, this is why I'm here to tell you how to vote. I'm going to tell you how to vote. First of all, don't vote from fear, because all we're doing when we vote out of fear is we are creating things to become fearful of. And don't vote out of lack, because when you vote believing that there's not enough and somebody has to fill in the blanks for you, then you are creating more lack in your life according to that one law that's always active in our life. The truth is there's only one source of good. We talk about it here all the time. That instant, constant, abundant supply of good, which is God. And so ultimately, I would say, vote for God. I dare you to go into the ballot box and ask, where is God on the ballot list? Oh, you guys, you got to have a sense of humor about this, or else you're just going to end up like taking your life. All right, I'm guessing that you're not going to find God on the ballot, but you could vote like God. You could vote as the hands and feet of God. You are the expression of God. Vote as an expression of God. Vote as an extension of God. Vote as God. Now the question is, do you really know how God would vote? This is important. Think a minute how Spirit is looking at this whole election right now. First of all, I think Spirit would know all is well. Yes? Spirit would know that there's nothing missing to go voting for. Spirit would actually look at this as an opportunity to create. This could be a joyful experience for all of us as expressions of God. That every election is an opportunity to create something, and that we can do it with joy. And Spirit would also be voting for the good of everyone, not just you and not just your party. This is a challenge, I know. Take a breath. See, even our furnace system just took a big breath. So, can we not vote as if something is missing? Don't vote from that place of, I don't have enough and somebody else has to fill it in for me. Rather, can you vote from a place of divine potential, knowing that all things are possible, that all resources are available, and that if something doesn't happen the way that you prefer during this election, that there are still infinite ways for that thing to happen in your life? This is important. Let me give you some examples specifically. First of all, don't vote for someone that you expect to have all the answers, that you really like how they think, and you think they're the ones that are going to solve all of your problems. Something that we did in our meditation today was remember that the answers we're seeking are always within us. The wisdom of God is always within us. Something that Charles Fillmore wrote up here on the screen. God is omnipresent mind, enfolding and interpenetrating all things. Mind is common to all. That's mind with a capital M. Above and below, within and without. God must be in his universe as everywhere intelligent power. Otherwise, it would fall to pieces. We are each a point of awareness in the mind of God. We do not have to go in desperately hoping that our person who has all the answers is going to get elected, because that infinite mind is everywhere present. So don't vote for that missing information to come forward through somebody else. There are occasionally solutions provided by the government, but there are also divine ideas in this universe that are infinite, unlimited. And it's our opportunity to simply go in with a preference for how this works out, but you know that the answers you're seeking can be provided elsewhere. So don't vote for somebody to have all the answers. You know, Paul wrote something, he said, let the same mind be in you that was in Christ Jesus. Let that be true when you're voting. Don't vote on Tuesday expecting the government to rescue the economy. Don't. Don't vote that way. You know, one of the problems with this idea is this coming year, the government could raise our taxes or lower them. It could bail us out, or it could close businesses. It could create all kinds of havoc with your stock market, where all of your retirement money is. And so the truth is that whatever the government does around the economy, good or bad, it doesn't have power over your good. Our good comes from one source, and we must know what that source of good is. Win or lose for a certain person or issue in the election, your good is still present in the presence of God. So even though we may see, let me go back to that, even though we may see that the presence of God is, or we don't see the presence of God, but we see things like jobs being created, or businesses being created, or products being created, or maybe you're starting to receive income from the stock market, or from your IRA, or from your tax refund, or from your alimony. It doesn't really matter. None of those are your source of good. God is your only source of good. Don't vote for some organization to provide for you, feeling like if you don't get the vote to come out the way that you want, that you're not going to have something that you need. Don't go into the voting booth from a desperate need to fill a hole in your life or hope that a candidate will restore your income. Vote knowing where your true supply comes from. And where is that? The infinite substance, spiritual energy, presence of God. Every time we vote, we actually implant an idea into that infinite spiritual substance. So if you go in voting from lack, you're planting that into the spiritual substance, and the universal law can only reply with lack. Vote not from a desperate need, but with a feeling of relaxation. The universe reads your feelings as you're voting. Vote relaxed. Man, we should have posters up like that. On people's, is there still time to get those in our yards? Vote relaxed, with the thought, this or something better. Yes? It's that kind of consciousness that allows the universe to provide for our every need. Okay, don't vote expecting the government to assure that you have health insurance. First of all, health insurance is not an assurance of health, right? You understand that? Okay, so don't vote expecting the government to protect your health with health insurance. That's putting your faith in a coverage that does not provide life. There's only one thing that we should be voting with in consciousness, and that's voting with a consciousness of life itself. That's where our health comes from. If you go in voting, if I don't get this coverage and I get sick, I could die. Remember the law? Remember the law that you're using to implant that thought into the substance? We don't want that. Don't vote that way. Vote from a consciousness of life. Something that Charles Fillmore wrote from, he, by the way, is one of our co-founders of Unity. He said, the physical body is the projection of man's consciousness. Did you ever think about that? That your body is a picture of your consciousness? He carries the body in the mind. If the body idea is grounded and rooted in divine mind, the body will be filled with a perpetual life flow. So even in the midst of an illness, we say is the allness of God. Can we vote knowing that we have everything we need to live a happy, healthy life, no matter how the vote comes out? That actually the source of my health comes from the life energy of God. Everywhere present, always giving of itself. Let's speak this affirmation together. Divine life is my source of ever-renewing health. The more that you vote for life, or with a consciousness of life, the less you will need insurance. Also, don't vote for new laws that will protect you from the opposition. I know that some of you may be upset right now because you think new laws are going to be written against you. And What that's telling me is that when we look at life that way, when we go to the voting booth with that fear that we have to get it right or else a law will be written against us, we are living from a two-power system. And we say in unity that there is only one power. Now, you can twist that power and misuse that power so it may seem like there's a second power, but that is always up to you. Don't vote trying to protect yourself from an opposition. Jesus was trying to say this when he said, "A kingdom divided against itself cannot stand." He knew there was only one power and that there was nothing to fear. He knew that no one could keep you from that goodness. And he said in John 7, "Don't judge according to appearance, but judge by true standards." Don't vote according to appearance. Don't vote according to what you've heard. Vote assuming that the universe is for you and that nothing and no one can stand between you and your good. Consciously use that one law for your good. That's the one law that you actually have control over, that you're using day in and day out. So if you see a human law written that you feel is taking your good from you, then just use the one law to create some other avenue of good for you. It doesn't all have to come from one place. From Matthew 7, again, Jesus said, we said this before, "For in the way you judge, you will be judged, and by your standard of measure, you will be measured." How do you want to vote? For yourself or against yourself? No one else can do this for you. Something that Ernest Holmes wrote was, "Rise up in all faith and declare that you are one with infinite mind. Know that wherever you may go, there within you, waiting to be used, is all the power there is in the whole universe." The realization that we are dealing with one and not with two powers enables us to think with clearness. We're not troubled about competition or opposition or failure because there is nothing but life. And this life is giving to us all that we could ask for, all that we could wish or think into it. That's where your power is. What are you wishing and thinking into it? Don't vote against yourself by voting against some other power that isn't really there, or we create it for ourselves. Ultimately, don't vote against an adversary. Jesus said to agree with your adversary quickly, and we talk about that adversary mostly as being our own negative thoughts, our own limited beliefs. Let those go quickly so that we can get centered and realize that there really is nothing against me. And believe that ultimately the answer to your voting on Tuesday is this: to vote with love. Now, you may be thinking, "Kitty, you are just so clueless. You don't have a clue as to what we're up against on Tuesday." And I'm here to tell you, I have the biggest clue of all, and I'm trying to get you to get it. Vote with love. I know that you may think that's naive, but that means you're underestimating the power of love. If you go into a voting booth without love, you're basically taking yourself out of the stream of good. You're weakening your power in the voting booth by going in without love. Fear, lack, anger, bitterness, "I'm gonna getcha," all outside the stream of good. Vote with love. Charles Fillmore wrote that love is the power that joins and binds in divine harmony the universe and everything in it. Think about love. Wouldn't that be great if everybody standing in line waiting to go vote on Tuesday was standing there thinking about love? Wow, I think I might cry. It's catching, by the way. So if you just stand there with the consciousness of love, people will feel it. I promise you. He says, think about love, and all the ideas that go to make up love will be set into motion. Wouldn't that be awesome? If you standing in that line holding the consciousness of love affects everyone who goes into that voting booth. He says this produces a positive love current, which when sent forth with power will break up opposing thoughts of hate and render them null and void. That does so much more work than voting from fear or voting from anger. So no matter how you vote on Tuesday, if you can vote from the consciousness of love, you will be a catalyst for positive change. Be aware of your motive when you vote and choose love as the motive. It will harmonize all things together for good. Don't vote as if your life depended on it. Vote as if all lives depend on it. One of the things that Thomas Keating wrote was, "Only the divine matters. And because the divine matters, everything matters." That means that you're not voting against anything without voting against God. Can you just look at this as an opportunity to vote creatively, allowing the divine to express itself? This or something better. This on Tuesday or something better. That's the consciousness I'm asking you to vote with. Now, I hope you heard, I didn't say don't vote on Tuesday, did I? I just told you how not to vote. All right. There's something that our Unity World Headquarters has created for us during this season of election that I wanted to end the message with today. It's a prayer. It's a beautiful video prayer. So let's close the message with our eyes open as we listen to this beautiful prayer from Unity.
In this election time, we pray in the knowledge that all candidates are being called to the highest purpose, to serve our cities, states, and nation with integrity, compassion, and commitment. We affirm wisdom and foresight for our leaders as they resolve challenges and help create prosperity and well-being for all people. We envision harmony, compassion, and inclusivity in all results. Together we stand for truth, understanding, and peace. Remembering all that unites us, we are guided forward to lift the energy of our nation and allow love to triumph. And so it is. Amen.
What a wonderful message, Reverend Katie. Thank you so much. Vote with love. And you know, in the beginning I said maybe we could come up with a dance for unity for our voting, for our unity style, but how about this gesture? Vote with love. Vote with love. Vote for the V. Love. Vote with love. Okay, I'll patent that later. Let's. And something else that we should do with love is give. Give from our heart, give from abundance, give from that universal abundant source. Now is the time in our service that we ask that you share and giving your tithes and your love offerings. Unity in Naperville appreciates everything that you are willing to flow to them, whether it's prayers, monetary, your time, your effort. If you would like to share your monetary offerings, you can do that by going to unityinnaperville.org and click the donation button, or you can click the donation button by this live stream. It should be on the Facebook page or on the live stream page. You can also mail in your offering at unityinnaperville.org, P.O. Box 9733, Naperville, Illinois, 60567. That offering, though, let's say a blessing for it, and the words are up here on the screen together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am grateful. Now let's have a song.
We sing in the name of the one, eternal, infinite being. We sing in the name of the one, eternal, infinite being. We sing in the name of the one, eternal, infinite being. We sing in the name of the one, eternal, infinite being, who has many names, yet is beyond all names and forms. Who has many names, yet is beyond all names and forms. We come together for healing, revealing who we are. We come together for healing, revealing who we are. We sing in the name of the one, eternal, infinite being. We sing in the name of the one, eternal, infinite being, who has many names, yet is beyond all names and forms. Who has many names, yet is beyond all names and forms. We come together for healing, revealing who we are. We come together for healing, revealing who we are. We sing in the name of the one, eternal, infinite being. We sing in the name of the one, eternal, infinite being. We sing in the name of the one, eternal, infinite being. We sing in the name of the one, eternal, infinite being.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, guys. Sorry, I just got a compliment on my glasses, which thanks to Liz Allroth, who told me where to get them. Good job. So I'm going to run through our announcements really quick for the week and tell you what you can expect for the rest of the month of November. First of all, if you're joining us for the first time, we really want to welcome you. We appreciate you attending our service, spending your time checking us out. If you like what you hear and you want to keep abreast of what's going on at Unity, we have a newsletter that goes out every Tuesday morning to you via your email. So please sign up for those weekly updates. You can go to unityinnaperville.org and click on getting that weekly newsletter, or you can email the administrator at admin@unityinnaperville.org and just ask to be added. And then you'll learn every week what's going on. This week, starting tomorrow, is there's going to be something special brought to us by Great Lakes Unity Region. It's called Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead, Virtual Celebration Service and Community Altar. So Dia de los Muertos is a Mexican holiday. I've actually been in Mexico when this holiday was being done. It's really, they have festivals. It is cool. There's a lot of trinkets that they have of skeletons and all kinds of things. So it's a fun holiday as well as a very reverent holiday. And so Great Lakes Unity region is going to be honoring that. It focuses on gathering of family and friends to pray for and remember those who have died, to help support their spiritual journey as well as the spiritual journey of those of us who are left here grieving. Day of the Dead gives the opportunity to share across cultures and traditions to honor those we love. In order to register, you can go to unityinnaperville.org and go to our events calendar, and there will be a link for tomorrow so that you can attend that. Every Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have lunch together online, hosted by our own Kim Char-Meredith. How's that going, Kim?
It's going well. I just love seeing what everyone's eating. I like seeing what's going on with everyone's week. And we're open, even if you've never visited us before, drop in for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. It's actually just nice way to connect.
It is. It's a nice way. I've attended many times. So come on and show your face and say hi and meet some new people. And by the way you can do that is to go to something called unitycommunityconnect.com and then click on the page that is Lunch Together Online. Then there'll be a link in there on how to get into the Zoom, and we can see each other's faces and talk. Also, there has been a book study called Walking in the Wind, a memoir of the movement of John Lewis on Tuesdays, but this week, in honor of voting day, we are canceling that. So the series will be extended a little bit longer up till November 17th. And I think that that's a wonderful tribute. I just saw a documentary on him. I think it's available on Prime Video called John Lewis, Good Trouble. And you get to see all these old footages too. And just what he did in order so that people could vote is just so inspiring. So I love that we are putting a pause on that to honor voting day, because he did so much to help with voting rights in this country. Courageous Writers meets on Saturday at 10 a.m. This is a chance for you to drop in and write a little something with us. If you've never attended, there's no professionals, I don't believe, in our class, and even if they are, they're very supportive. So just come and check us out and just see if your creative juices flow in writing. I did not know that I could write like I could until I tried it, and I was pretty impressed with myself, I gotta tell you. Next, and then for the rest of the month, we have all kinds of things going on. I'll just whip through them to save the date. Holiday card creation with Canva. That's Saturday, November 14th with, I believe, Parker Meredith, right? Okay, Parker Meredith is going to be teaching that at 10 a.m. There's going to be a power prayer session after the service on Sunday, November 15th at noon. There's going to be our monthly healing service on Wednesday, November 18th at 7 p.m. Our Crafters Circle will be meeting again on Friday, November 20th at 6:30. And then we're right on top of Thanksgiving, folks, so gobble, gobble. We're going to have a Thanksgiving Eve service on Wednesday, November 25th at 7 p.m. And again, all of these are virtual, so go to unityinnaperville.com or .org or unitycommunityconnect.com in order to get into these classes or to get into these live streams. Check our e-news and our event calendar at unitynaperville.org. I also want to remind you that our prayer chaplains are available right now for some confidential prayer, one-on-one personal support. So if you email your name and your phone number to prayer@unityinnaperville.org by 12:30, a prayer chaplain will get back to you by 1, and they will pray with you. After the service today, as usual, Reverend Kitty is going to stay and check out all your comments, your questions, and have an informal discussion about those for 5, 10, 15 minutes, depending on what you got to say. So share those comments with Reverend Kitty. Her phone number is up there, so text her. Don't call her, because she'll be up here doing this. So text her, or you can put notes in, if you're on Facebook, you can put notes up there, and those will be read as well. And finally, first service of the month, we honor the birthdays of everyone who has a birthday that month. And last month, we started asking people to send in their pictures. So whose picture do we have? We have Tom Schneider and Melody Moy.
Pictures. I like the pictures.
Yay!
Happy birthday.
And I just want to remind you, too, that to get ready for next month, don't forget to send them in for December. And if you can find one when you're a little baby, those would be fun to see, too. So something that shows your spirit. I mean, these are beautiful as well. But whatever fun you want to have, we want to have it with you. So let's celebrate them, Kevin.
All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friends. Happy birthday to you.
Yay! And so now let's have our closing song.
Yes.
I know you know this song. And if it's new, the words are up there too. I am listening to the music of the Holy
All righty. Oh, look. Oh, my Lord have mercy. I don't know how to make my phone work. It's like, so what's, never mind. I could say so many things right now, but I'll just stop. So, my darlings, I showed this closing affirmation to our team here this morning just to see if they understood what I was trying to get across, and their views were a little bit different than what I'd intended. So, let me just explain the border around our closing affirmation today. I wanted us to think about sea to shining sea, that our prayer this morning is for our entire country, not just Chicago, but we got the big city down here, we got mountains and forests, we've got the grain fields, we've got the ocean, we've got this really, really old post office, which really is a real live post office, but I don't remember where. And all the people of America that we are praying for, that we are voting for. So let's speak this prayer together as our closing affirmation up here on the screen. In this election, we envision harmony, compassion, and inclusivity in all results. Together, we stand for truth, understanding, and peace. Remembering all that unites us, we are guided forward to lift the energy of our nation and allow love to triumph. And so it is. Amen. So it is. Thanks, our wonderful music team today, for all of your great music. Beautiful. Thanks, our tech team, Cindy and Parker, hiding back here in the back. Rhonda, thanks for helping out with our service today. So grateful to all of you for giving your time to this, and I hope that it helped to prepare your energy. We'll read here in a minute some of your thoughts about it, so stick around for a little bit. But somebody asked me to just remind all of you who have birthdays coming up that the way to send your photograph and name to be in December's birthday blessings is send it to admin, A-D-M-I-N, at unityinnaperville.org. If you can do that before the last Friday of the month or before the first Sunday, whatever, admin at unityinnaperville.org. So we asked you, if you want to comment on today's message or you have questions, you can just pop them in the comment box right now or send me a text, 630-793-0993. And just so you know, if you really want to chat about this, I'll be in the live stream chat room after this is over. So bring your comments and questions there with a loving consciousness, and we'll be just kind of seeing if we can take this a little deeper. If you've got questions about how to apply what I talked about today, that'd be a good chance for you to pop in and talk more about it. Kim Char, do you have any comments that you can see in the comment box? What do you got?
Let's see. Over at the live stream chat, Kathy Fowler writes, I love the ballot graphics. So appropriate to this week. I think Melinda had commented on that as well, and she loved it and was wondering who came up with that fabulous idea, Kitty.
Well, you know what gave me the idea was watching that video of the prayer video we just showed.
yeah.
The very first thing in the video was somebody filling in one of those little black boxes. I thought, there we go. So,
She was inspired and she ran with it.
There you go.
Ran with it.
Glad you guys liked it.
And Andrew Petke writes, I agree, vote with love. Glad you brought it to that approach, Kitty.
Thank you, Andrew. Glad you're here today.
Let's see, Nancy Jernick, I forgot to send in Gabby's photo. I think this was for her birthday.
Oh, so she's in November?
I
Okay.
think so.
Happy birthday, Gabby. Love you.
I don't remember how little she was in the founder's photo. How many years ago was the founder's photo, Kitty?
That would have been 2007.
No.
Maybe
13 years? Okay, so she must have been 5 because she turns 18 on 11/11 and just received her first college acceptance.
Oh, congratulations,
Wow, time
Gabby.
flies when you're having fun, she
That's
says.
exciting and heartbreaking.
That
Hard to
Wow.
see them go, right, Nancy? Oh. Here's a text. And of course, okay. Beautiful service. What an empowering start to election week 2020. Thanks, Rev Kitty, and loved today's music. Hi, Scoot. Thank you, Parker, Rhonda, Cindy, everyone for a flawless hour. Happy November. Love and good voting. Mary Beth. Thank you, Mary Beth.
Melinda writes, best non-political ad ever. And our message here.
See, I can walk the line. If you give me a line, I'll walk it. Oh, yeah.
And Don Tusky appreciated today's message as well. Laura Martis writes, love this song, In the Name. Oh,
Oh,
love
I did too. That was perfect for
That's
today.
a beautiful
Wow,
song,
awesome
yes.
for today. Dear Rev Kitty, so grateful for this morning's beautiful meditation and your uplifting message, and love the closing affirmation. So powerful and much needed. Many thanks to the entire service team. Blessings, Janice Shimakubo. Janice was one that found us years ago at the school and then moved, and she's in Arizona now. So thanks for watching, honey. Glad to have you with us today.
Well, let's see. Sharon writes, really, we are not voting just on Tuesday. Many have already voted. So, Reverend Kitty, your message is a beautiful reminder that to vote is really affirmative prayer. We are voting or affirming the highest good as we continually attune our hearts and minds to God. Many peeps will be tuned into the election night results. I'm grateful and excited to join together in collective prayer with Unity peeps and vote affirm that there is only one power,
Yes.
one presence.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, your vote can have already been cast, and everything I said today is still true because consciousness carries this forever. So let your consciousness continue. If it turns out that when you did vote, you were voting out of fear and you already sent it in the mail, then just cancel it. Just contradict it with a consciousness of love now. Now that you have a little higher point of view about how to approach this, you can still make that change. We all need your help. Remember how we are essential light workers? This is our big chance, people. Be an essential light worker. You can text me at 630-793-0993 or put your comment in the box right now, and we will share it with you.
A little word of assurance from Don Tusky, who writes, the sun will rise again on Wednesday. Sun will.
Amen, brother. Amen. Keep it in perspective. Keep it in perspective.
Oh, yep. Cindy Spees writes, attending this amazing service is why Unity in Naperville is so dear to my heart. Thank you, Reverend Kitty, Highest Good, our tech team, and all our service helpers.
Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you, Cindy.
We're glad to have your loving energy surrounding us. You're all part of the process. I hope you remember that.
Let's see. Danette writes, I think this is for Parker. Yes, love your graphic for this, Parker Meredith. I think she was referring to the Canva class. Did it have the centaur? Okay, I hope you.
What? How did I miss that?
Do we have it? Can you
Put it back up.
We need to put it back up. Oh, okay. Well, see it online at Facebook's the Unity Facebook page, and you can see Parker the Holiday Centaur. That's all I'm
if
saying.
I remember correctly, centaurs have nothing on top. Is that correct?
I'm just saying, go to Unity in Naperville
Oh, okay, this centaur does. All right.
to see the Holiday Centaur.
Okay, thank you. Well, you know what? That Canva class should be fun if you're wanting to create electronic cards for people. It's a really neat way to, it's not really difficult, right, Parker? Just use some of your inspired creativity from the divine to play with it. And Parker's got some, oh, cool.
Yeah, you can
Have
do all sorts of
photos,
things.
yeah. Be storing up some of your electronic photos to be added into that. That'll be fun. Anything else you got over there?
Let's see. Well, just the hellos. So hello to everyone who's joined us and commented. Francis, is it Little or Littell?
I can't see.
Is watching, it says. Hi, good to have you with us.
Hi, Francis.
Hi, Francis. Let's see. And
I don't
I think
get-
that is all I have here. I apologize, I'm not able to check on YouTube comments.
I
but-
still have to figure out why
Yeah.
I don't get to see all the comments, so maybe we can talk about that afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we are complete with this little segment, this is where we go to the live stream chat room and do this on Zoom. So if you want to share a little bit more or you got questions about how to practice what we talked about today, come see me. You just go to unitycommunityconnect.com, look for the live stream channel, and then once you get in there, there will be a link to Zoom where we can see each other and talk. So I'll see you over there in a couple minutes.
Comment question
Okay.
from Gordon, just asking, can the Holiday Centaur fly?
What? They don't fly, do they? Aren't they like a horse?
It's not like Pegasus, right? This
No-
is a
no
different thing
wings?
entire. So Gordon, the Holiday Centaur is very well grounded.
Oh, there you go. Oh, stay
Did you- I don't know if you could
centered
hear
in
him.
life.
He said, stay centered in love. on that note,
Yes, we'll practice that next door in the live stream chat. Hope to see you guys. Stay centaured on Tuesday. And we got a lot of good things planned for you over the rest of the month. So keep looking at our calendar at unityinnaperville.org, and I hope to connect with you again soon. Love you.